It's the Chatham Kent Home Builders Association's Parade of Homes, sponsored in part by Windmill Cabinet Shop and Owen Flooring Design Center. Welcome back for another edition of our Parade of Homes tour. We continue in Chatham Kent with the Home Builders Association, and today I am with, you get two here today, Bouma Builders. I've got Scott, I have Erin. Let's dive in first. Where are we in terms of Chatham Kent right now? Give me a bit of a location marker.
Yeah, we're in Midwood Subivision off Indian Creek Road, just south of Chatham, basically.
And today you get not only the builder, you get also Erin, a designer, and this was a combined labor of love, I think I would say.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So we build custom homes in Chatham Kent, and this was our recent build.
What do you want to walk me through, maybe first off, what are some of the features that you love about the home? And then you can tell me from the design, maybe from the builder standpoint, and then from the design standpoint, you can tell me what you love about the home.
Sure, yeah, it's a 1,700 square foot house, very open concept. Everything just kind of flows very nicely from the kitchen to this great room that we're in here, and lots of room in the basement as well.
And I love, like, you've got beamwork, you have curvature. You've got so many different nooks and crannies from the cabinetry. It looks like you had a lot of fun designing this and a lot of really cool color, from like black in the bathrooms to the green downstairs. I mean, yes. Yeah, you can tell that you are a designer and that you have had some fun with this house. What are your favorites?
Sure. Yeah, I really wanted to do more of a contemporary look, and I love that we sort of brought this together in this house. I wanted to go for more of an organic type of feeling, earthy tones. I used a lot of repetition in the archways, in the doorways. I brought that into the shower as well. Really wanted to keep the basics very neutral, but then do some pops of color in certain rooms as well.
So what are some of the things, let's give some advice to maybe people watching. What are some things that you recommend from a design perspective? Like maybe it's not in in this design, yes, but in the future, what should people be looking or thinking about?
I think from a resale point of view, I always like to keep things fairly neutral, at least my hard finishes, and then do pops of color and accents and things like that are easily changeable, just so that it sort of appeals to the wider audience.
And Scott, we were talking about, Erin mentioned you're a custom builder. Tell me about the kinds of homes you like to build or that you normally build.
Yeah, so Bouma Builders really builds all over Chatham Kent. We actually have one going out in Wheatley right now. We've been in Rondeau. So we'll do lakeside properties, really properties that people are going to be living in and having in their family for a very long time.
The dream home.
The dream home.
The like long-term home.
That is our specialty. We also do additions and renovations as well, so we are getting into that a little bit too.
Walk me through the process. What's the ideal client in terms of you meet with them, you start the planning phase. How does that work? Do they sit with you first, Scott? Do they sit with you then afterwards, Erin?
Yeah, so the client will typically come to me first. We'll lay out, exactly what their intentions are, how big of a house they want, where they want to be. Location obviously is first, and then we get into design concepts of the houses, and then that's where Erin would step in and give us some of her input just to finalize those details, and then we go from there.
Perfect. You're the innards of the house, the bones and the structure, and you're the beauty of the house that make it all come together and look alive. Anything else we want to mention before we go?
I think one of the things that's really important is that when clients are looking to build, that they are coming to us from the very, very beginning, even as a design perspective. I like to see those architectural plans before anything is dug, just for space planning purposes as well. So the earlier you can sort of get in touch with us, the better.
And that's a really solid point too, is like the earlier you can get in touch, the better. Before, like if you have a vision, even for a renovation, the earlier the better, because if you then know, ooh, I need to put a plug here, I want this, I want that, it's probably less costly afterwards if you can pre-plan it the best to your capabilities.
Yeah, absolutely. I think planning is key, and it sort of starts, a lot of times my design concepts are finished before the build even begins. So the earlier you can come to us, the better.
And you have a lot of contact information on your social channels. Instagram, I'm guessing, is one of them, very visual.
Yeah, so erinvsdesign is my Instagram, and then erinvsdesign@gmail.com is my contact information for email.
And how should people get in touch with you, Scott?
Yeah, on Instagram, it's @Bouma Builders, and my email is scott@boumabuilders.com.
I love it. Lots of visuals, because that's what we're in, a visual business, right? It's all about our parade of homes continuing. And thank you today, Bouma Builders. Thank you, Erin. Thank you, Scott, so much. We'll be back for another edition on the Parade of Homes tour. You've been watching the Chatham Kent Home Builders Association's Parade of Homes, sponsored in part by Windmill Cabinet Shop and Owen Flooring Design Center.